What is the framework of brand building, Nikunj?
I could go on this forever, but like in simple, I think it's about standing for something,
Okay.
right? And then holding your ground to it. I think a brand cannot be everything.
What do you stand for?
So we stand for better for you snacks that deliver on taste and aren't too expensive, right? And now we have to be able to deliver that consistently. And that's how we will become a brand. So it's beyond the logo, it's beyond the marketing. All of those are building blocks. They're all pieces of the puzzle. But at the core of it, it's you're setting an expectation with the customer. If you can just live up to that expectation consistently, time over time over time, you become a brand, right? A Parle-G is a brand because since the last 20 years, whatever you've expected from eating the Parle-G, it's delivered to that expectation. It's been what it's told you it is, right? And what you expected from it, more important. So for me, it's primarily that. Just what expectation are you setting? And are you able to live up to it consistently again and again and again? And then there are, of course, many, many other pieces of the puzzle, which is everything from what do you stand for? How do you communicate that? How do you market that? How design, brand design, logo
But how do
design.
you do that? Walk me through that process now, because brand is such a subjective thing. Brand value in general is such a subjective thing. Seth Godin put it so well. He said that if there are two products kept on the table, brand value of A or B is the amount of money that you would pay extra for A as compared to B.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Seth Godin put brand value in an objective way, but what is a brand? How do you build a brand?
Again, so Ganesh, my only answer, and I like to simplify these things because I, again, no MBA degree. But think about it from your POV. Let's shift from consumer brand. To me, who is Ganesh as a brand, right? It's someone who's very, very curious, inquisitive, asks a lot of questions, and loves to go deep into things. That for me is Ganesh as a brand.
Okay.
Right? I would argue that a lot of people think that about you because of one reason, which is across all your podcasts, you have done that one thing consistently again and again. So if I saw Ganesh dancing in a podcast, it would lose credibility of Ganesh.
Okay.
Because I don't expect that from you. What I expect from you is to ask really insightful questions and go deep into a subject so that that other person talking can, bring out some value for me. But if Ganesh starts talking about how you're a sports person all of a sudden or care about skincare, the two don't go, right?
So,
and that's what a brand is. Imagine if Tanmay Bhat stopped being funny. Would you listen to him as much? And that's why even if he talks about something like AI, he has a very, very smart way of delivering that, which is very on brand for him, which is through humor. And that's his brand. So for me, a brand is setting an expectation and delivering on it again and again and again and again and again. Right? And at the core, that is what it is. Then there's, of course, all these nuances. So it has many pieces to this puzzle of what a brand is. And that is things like logo design. And those things are what are actually pretty subjective.
That's what I'm coming to. And you established it very well when you said, what is a brand? A brand needs to answer two questions. Who are you and what do you offer? Okay. Now, how do you reflect that with your logo, with your packaging, with your product?
Yeah. So look, I'm no guru on that.
Okay.
I'll be honest. For the first time in my life, I thought that ये जो brand बनेगा एक बार बनेगा life में, I will spend the money. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there are experts that understand this. Some experts tend to charge a lot of money, and I wanted to bite that bullet. So we went to someone who is an expert at this, who've lived and they live, breathe this subject. And because of that, they have a certain nuance of understanding how do you translate an idea into something visibly having that same energy.
Who are they, bro? We would like to have them at the podcast.
Yeah. So it's this company called Codeesign. It's this, they're based out of Delhi, husband-wife duo called Rajesh and Mohar. Very, very sweet folks. And they were able to understand the idea and bring that to a logo design, right? And that's their artistry. Now, in the world that we live in today, some would say, hey, listen, AI. Good brief, good this thing prompt, AI will do it. And I would say there's nothing wrong in that. But if I had to do this all over again, I would still go to an expert and pay that extra money because there is something that's very intangible about it, that because something like a logo is going to live with you for a very, very long time. So yes, both sides of the world exist. It's a personal choice. I over-index on it because I've learned that it can help. I think a lot of people tell me that when we looked at the SuperYou packaging, they thought it was going to be 100 rupees. Like everyone, when Ranveer saw it, he said, bro, this does not even look like this is from India. That was his first response. And imagine that expectation in your head when you've seen it, and then you turn it around and you see 60 rupees. It causes that small smile on the consumer's face.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like, Arey, ye to badhiya hai. And then you have it, and hopefully the product lives up to it. And then they're like, oh wow, I love it. Now I'm going to keep consuming this. So I think logo design specifically very important. And I can't overemphasize the need for being able to stick to brand guidelines. I'm smiling while I'm saying this because I was the opposite person earlier.
Acha.
Yeah. I didn't value it enough.
Okay.
I was like, क्या होता है यार, थोड़ा सा ये font change हो गया तो क्या हो गया? Just use it now. It's okay. Speed is important. But no, I realized that it's very, very, very important.
But how did you realize that?
Just by doing it and seeing how it reflects and observing that very, very closely. Like when we do something in a different font, you may not realize it off the bat. But somewhere or the other, there's this thing called neuro-linguistic programming, right? NLP. Somewhere or the other, in your mind, it changes the perception. One small instance here and there is not going to change it. But if that becomes a habit, if you consistently start doing that, it's going to reflect. And if you're not consistently the same thing, then you're confusing as a brand. And by the way, that's the single largest reason for why you can't take one brand and put it into any category and expect success. And this applies to so many things. So many things. Like name the industry, name the category, and you'll see this. Someone who's an expert at, let's say, biscuit may not be at namkeens. Even though it's a big enough brand.
That is so interesting.
Because you can't deliver on everything.
Yeah.
You have to set that expectation and then stick by it. And that's why a lot of companies have a multi-brand strategy. Right? HUL has multiple brand strategy because they want to cater to different expectations of customers.
Yeah.
A customer who wants to clean their clothes with like the best of the best. Customer who doesn't want that. And a customer who wants something very cheap. And because they're a company of that scale, they need to cater to that. So then they use a different, a multiple brand strategy, because the same brand can't say, मैं सबसे सस्ता भी हूँ, and by the way, I'm also the most expensive.
Because the who are you changes.
Exactly. Can you imagine a car from Mercedes in 10 lakhs?
No.
But the company could have another brand that could serve your car in 10 lakhs.
Brian Johnson is another example of a great brand, right? He stands for life.
Yeah.
The tagline is don't die.
Yeah.
And anything and everything that he does is to prevent you from dying.
Exactly.
So it's not necessarily one category. It's what you stand for. As in, people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell it. And you can have multiple what's under that hood.
Correct.
Right? Hi guys, if you loved watching this clip and if you want to do a deep dive into the podcast, we've mentioned the link in the description. So click that link, watch that podcast and take notes. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more clips.